Welcome to Jets Game Day with Robert Saleh, presented by Audi.
Last night I talked about the things that inspire me. The things that inspire me, that the people in my life. Y'all inspire the shit out of everybody in this league. Every single play, the way the resolve, the fight, defense going out there, pitch a fucking shutout in the second half. Offense, moving the ball up and down the field. We're that fucking close.
Let's go. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family!
Almost without it.
Jets have the bye this weekend, but no days off for you, Bart Scott.
Oh, yeah, I'm like the mailman, baby. I work every day. NDO, no days off.
All right, let's bring in our special guest today, Leger Douzable. You ready to roll?
Always ready, EA. There is no bye week.
Big picture, Bart Scott. The Jets head into bye weekend with a 3-3 record. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it's a tremendous feat, especially talking about all the adversity that they've had early on. You know, we were thinking 3-3 with the record with Aaron Rodgers. The fact that you got there with a bunch of backups in, guys injured, guys fighting and scrapping, and the AFC is wide open as we see, as everybody else is starting to get the injuries that the Jets sustained day one.
Dudes, I think there is an element of surprise throughout the National Football League that the Jets are sitting in this situation after Aaron Rodgers went down on that third offensive play, fourth offensive snap of the season.
Yeah, I believe a lot of people are surprised. To Bart's point, right? 3-3, even with Aaron Rodgers, I think every Jet fan would have taken that. And the gutsy win they just had versus the Philadelphia Eagles right before the bye week can really spring you into the back half of this schedule.
Let's go inside the numbers right now, presented by the New York Lottery. Bart, first number 4. The Jets had 4 takeaways in their upset victory over the Philadelphia Eagles.
2 of them was pretty much about hustling, right? Getting to the football. When you play hard, the football guys bless you, and the football guys have been blessing the Jets defense because they've been living right.
Our second number here is 30. The Williams brothers become just the second pair of brothers in the last 30 years to each come up with a takeaway in the same game.
Yeah, I believe their grandmother was at the game, and they kind of kidded that they both wanted to get interceptions. Now, they both didn't get interceptions, right? And you would think Quincy would be the one to get the interception, and Quentin would be the one to get the fumble recovery, but it was the opposite. So both of these guys are playing at an elite level. I mean, Quincy Williams right now is playing at an all-pro level, and I don't think nationally they're talking about it enough.
All right, our third number today is 8 against Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. Dudes, the Jets had 8 interceptions.
EA Bart, I thought this defense was overrated. That's why I was hearing from media pundits, right? All 3 of those quarterbacks you just named. I would say most league executives would name them in the top 5 or 6 quarterbacks in all the National Football League. And the Jets made them look pedestrian, right? This Jets defense, a lot of people were saying, well, you know, they played a lot of backup quarterbacks last year. Well, I wonder how Mahomes, Hurts, and Josh Allen feel after playing the Jets defense.
All right, let's find out what's brewing right now. Here's Caroline Hendershot and Ethan Greenberg.
It's time for What's Brewing, presented by Dunkin'. The Jets run on Dunkin'.
Ethan, Jets are 3-3 at the bye, coming off a massive win against the Eagles, who were undefeated.
Can we shout out Greg Zuerlein? I know the Jets want to score more points, totally understood, but 26 field goals in a row now that he's made under 50 yards. Knock on wood. No kicker jinx here, okay? Caroline, 1, that's a Jets franchise record. 2, that's the best streak of his 12-year career.
Okay, you know who else has been balling out? Breece Hall. Last 2 games, he has 287 yards from scrimmage. The only player in the last 5 years on the Jets to have more yards than him in a 2-game streak. That's Breece Hall. That's what
that
they call
makes
him.
sense. So we've shouted out the offense, we've shouted out special teams. We have to shout out the defense. They've been balling, specifically Quincy Williams, C.J. Mosley, the only tandem in the NFL, Caroline, to each have a top 5 PFF defense grade.
Quincy Williams ranks 2nd in coverage grade. You know who ranks 1st? C.J. Mosley.
They're a good tandem.
I like that duo.
Coming up, Eric Allen with a special sit-down with Jets offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett.
Jets Game Day with Robert Saleh is presented by Audi. Visit your tri-state Audi dealer to get behind the wheel of yours today, or visit AudiOffers.com for more information. Game Day with Robert Saleh is brought to you by Moody's, proud partner of the New York Jets.
Twin receivers to either side. Back to throw is Hurts. Looks left, throws left. It's intercepted. Picked off. Running right, Tony Adams. He's inside the 25. Breaks a tackle. Down to the 10-yard line. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. Unbelievable. The Jet defense celebrating their 4th takeaway.
All right, it's time for an audible. We're going to take this one with Jets offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett. Can you talk about the opportunities the bye week affords you?
Number one, rest and relaxation. It's funny, a lot of people don't even understand the amount of work we put in, and obviously this year has been very, very unique the past 6 weeks. So I just, everybody's got to get away from football a little bit, be with their families, enjoy some of that time, and get ready to come back for the next couple games.
You've lived in the National Football League since you were born, basically. Can you compare this 6-game stretch to anything you've ever experienced before?
It's funny. Every year you always say, can't get as crazy as that last year. And this year it has definitely gotten just as crazy. It's been great, but it has definitely been a grind.
What goes through your mind with 4th offensive snap, 3rd offensive play when Aaron Rodgers goes down? Because you have such a strong personal relationship with him, but at the same time, you got to transition quickly, get Zach in a game, and then that process starts.
Originally, I just wanted to make sure he was okay. My heart sank just because I know how much it means to him. And I think that was kind of the hardest thing to deal with during that game. That was probably one of the harder games I've ever had to call afterwards, looking back at it. But in the end, we have a job to do. And Aaron knows that, and he wanted us to go out and win that game. And so my support was right there with Zach. And it was now, hey, let's make the adjustments. Let's go find a way to win a football game.
How much did you want to know about Zach's past before you got here? And then also, how much did you want to say, I don't care what happened in the past. We got to start anew right now.
Yeah, you can't think about the past too much. I think that you go back and you evaluate, just his mechanics, how he throws the ball, getting to know him as a person, and then watching his ability and then constructing that with what we're going to do.
What does it say about him, the way he rebounded after New England? He comes back against Kansas City. He might have played his best professional game.
For us, it's about what we see on tape. And there's a lot of things that people might not know or might not see. They don't know necessarily what we're asking him to do. And the beauty of it is we see improvement. And that's all we care about. And the outside has the right to say whatever they want. And like I've said before, we have the right to prove everyone wrong. And it's about him being able to play well, take care of the football, and make plays when he can. And that's what we've been doing. I mean, say what you want. It's about us getting the job done with the guys that we have.
Where's he improved most from Buffalo to Philadelphia?
Yeah, I have so much respect for him just going back to that Buffalo game. It seems so long ago, but he threw that interception. And that was, my first moment to be with him on the sideline and see how he would react with that. Because that happens. People throw interceptions. Doesn't matter who you are. I think the way he rebounded from that showed me that he's going to be able to persevere through anything.
Which side of the fence do you stand? The guy who's optimistic about that you've been in the red zone 9 times the last 2 games, or the guy who says, I like Greg Zuerlein, I don't want to see him as much on the field goal attempts?
I think the key is we've had opportunities. For us, we have to grow from that. As we keep going in this league and this season, we just got to show that improvement. And we haven't yet, but we're looking for, hopefully everybody can get rested and relaxed and ready to score some touchdowns in the red zone.
How do you stay so level and so positive?
Change is the norm. I think that when you don't embrace change and get excited for the next man up, it'll take you down to a dark place. And for us, we train every single guy like they're a starter. You never know who's going to go in there, and this game is so unique. Hey, you never know how long any of this is going to last. That's why you got to enjoy every day. I mean, it's for all of us, coaches, players. I mean, you got to enjoy it. It's already so hard as it is, and embrace the change.
Can you talk about the dynamic with you and Robert and Jeff Ulbrich and Brant Boyer and how you guys attack a game each week?
I think Coach Saleh does a fantastic job. He gets up in front of the team. He talks about, what the offense is going to do, what the defense is going to do, what the special team is going to do. I think he really does a great job painting that picture for everybody so that everybody can be held accountable on the different things that we want to get done in each game. Our staff is really close, and I appreciate that, and am really, really, really grateful to be here.
How cool of a moment was it, you guys taking down Philadelphia and going to the locker room together to celebrate that win just for a couple moments?
To see this team come together, it's funny, like just how close everybody is, how tight everybody is, and to watch that group together and celebrate together. It's not just defense goes over here, or offense goes over here, or special teams over here. It's just everybody together. I think it's a great culture that Coach Saleh's built here.
Have a great weekend. Enjoy your bye, and we'll see you back here next week.
Great, appreciate it.
This exclusive interview with Nathaniel Hackett was presented by Audi. Visit your Tri-State Audi dealer to get behind the wheel of yours today, or visit AudiOffers.com for more information.
Coming up, Bart Scott and Leger Douzable will break down the Jets' defensive dominance against the Eagles.
Just about set for the start of the second half. The Eagles will begin the third quarter with the football, and they lead the Jets by 5, 14-9.
The Jets defense did create 2 turnovers, but you got to put the quarterback on the ground in this second half.
Again, Hurts in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back. Under some pressure, pocket collapses. This time, they get the sack. Bryce Huff combines with Quinton Jefferson. Zach Wilson under center, takes the snap, 4-man rush from the goal line. Steps up, looks right, throws a bomb down the right sideline. Garrett Wilson, oh, he makes a circus catch. What a catch by Garrett Wilson. A wide receiver to either side. Toss sweep to the left. Hall finds a lane at the 40. Gets to the 50. Tripped up. Almost broken. He picks up 10. Zach Wilson back to throw. Looks right. Slant right. Lazard makes the catch. First down. 38-yard field goal attempt. And it is good. Hurts takes the snap. Drops back. 4-man rush. Hit as he throws. And it's intercepted. Bryce Hall's got it. And the Jets have their third takeaway. Takes the snap, under some pressure, sacked. Huff and Franklin Myers are there. Jalen Hurts in the shotgun. Back to throw is Hurts. Looks left, throws left, it's intercepted! Picked off, running right, Tony Adams! He's inside the 25, breaks a tackle, down to the 10-yard line! Breece Hall, the I-back, up the middle, and he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. So they'll try a 2-point play. Zach Wilson looks left, fires into the end zone, caught. Randall Cobb, he's got the 2. 1:46 to go in the fourth quarter. It's the Jets 20 and the Eagles 14. Quincy Williams blows him up. It will be 4th down and 8. Well protected, heaves a bomb, and is broken up by Jordan Whitehead. The Jets are gonna win it.
This film breakdown is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires.
Bart and Leger, teamwork makes the
Dream work.
Okay, Quinnen Williams, first career interception. A lot of Jets defenders making the right moves on this play.
Yeah, EA and Bart, you see it right here. Jermaine Johnson's actually going to drop on this. You see the whole right side of the defense? They're all coming. Quincy Williams, C.J. Mosley, Whitehead, Huff. Watch Jermaine Johnson right here beat 3 offensive linemen on this tight end screen. Go ahead and run it down for me, Bart. So Jermaine shows Rustin. He gets out to his drop responsibility in zone coverage. Now look at this. That's 3 offensive linemen in front of him. Goddard is wide open. This is exactly what Philadelphia wants, but this is one guy ruining a play. Jermaine Johnson does an amazing job beating the offensive line to the spot, gets his hand on the ball, and then we always talk about it on the defensive line, right? Get out of the stack. Get to the ball carrier. Look at Big Q, Quinnen Williams, getting out of that stack, being in the right place, right time. Now, Q, wait for your blockers, man. But good job getting the interception. Bart, we always talk about this, right? Tips and overthrows, got to get those. Big turnover for the Jets defense.
After what I saw right there, gentlemen, if I'm Quinnen Williams, I'm in Nathaniel Hackett's office today saying, put me in those goal line packages.
Can you be the fridge?
Yes, I can make those plays. All right, so the Jets had 4 takeaways in all. Jermaine Johnson coming up with an assist again here, Bart.
No, absolutely. Jermaine Johnson, getting to the passer, getting to quarterback depth. And what I like about this is he retraces his steps. If you go right here, he's wide, outside, coming across. Now, Lane Johnson went down, right? And nobody's going to feel sorry for anybody. So you got to understand, okay, Lane Johnson's down. I have opportunities to get there. And, he finishes and makes the layup. He comes around, he bends the corner. We talked about last week about him not getting over the top of the hands. He coming off with a speed rush, wide 9 to the tight end releases. And right here, this is what you want. This is what we're talking about. Retracing here and able to get the hand on the elbow, and you look up and you look at, and you got the interception. Big play by Huff right here. And here it is right here. That's exactly what you want. Retracing, getting the quarterback depth, and once you get the quarterback depth, you retrace, making a play on the ball, hitting the elbow, making sure you stay off the head and helmet area, and finishing the play. They kept them on their heels all game, and you have to tip your hat to Auburn.
Great job in the film room. Another lesson in football 501.
Don't go anywhere. Bart and Leger will put their coaching hats on and deliver a self-scout on the Jets heading into bye weekend.
Jets Game Day with Robert Saleh is brought to you by MetLife, the official insurance company of the New York Jets. This segment is presented by the official digital transformation partner of the New York Jets, HCL Tech, supercharging progress.
Welcome back into Jets Game Day, week 7 of the Fantasy Corner. Now, Jets are on their bye, Ethan, so we're telling you players you got to pick up before the Jets embark on their second half of the schedule.
Okay, so this is a unit, but if you don't have the Jets defense, pick them up right now, okay? Of the remaining 10 teams the Jets play over the back half of the season, 4 of them have opposing offenses that rank bottom 3rd in the NFL in yards per game. 5 of them, bottom 3rd points per game. 5 of them, 25th or worse in turnovers. The Jets are tied for 2nd with 13 takeaways. That's a recipe for disaster. Not to mention 4 of the 10 teams ranked bottom 3rd in sacks allowed, and you know that Jets D-line is looking to pounce.
100%. Now, all that being said, the Jets defense will face some really high-powered offenses, but look what they've done against some of the best quarterbacks in the league thus far. Okay, I'm sticking on the quarterback theme. Your quarterback might be going on a bye. Here's why you need this guy, Zach Wilson. Of those 10 teams that the Jets will face in the second half of their schedule, 4 of them are 20th or worse in the NFL in yards per game. 5 of those teams rank bottom 3rd in points allowed per game, and 6 out of the 10 defenses the Jets play will rank bottom 3rd in the NFL, 3 of those being the bottom 3 teams. So I think it's important. You got to get him if your QB is on a bye.
Not to mention Zach Wilson can pick you up some points with his legs.
So all that to keep in mind. Remember, if you've got Jets players in your lineup, take them out this week. We'll see you next week.
Today's game plan is presented by the official digital transformation partner of the New York Jets, HCL Tech, supercharging progress.
All right, let's get into our special bye week game plan with Bart in studio and Leger Douzable. Leger, Nathaniel Hackett, he's been forced to adjust from the get-go. How important is this week to take a step back and conduct that self-scout?
Well, anytime you get an extra week to just game plan against yourself and realize some of the things you don't do well, it's monumental. So I know we've really struggled in the red zone. So that's one area that Nathaniel Hackett will go back and look and see what concepts can I use to maybe make some throws easier for Zach. I think another thing, Bart and EA, that we need to do is run the ball in the red zone. Bart, we always had a rule on defense, never let somebody run the ball in the red zone. But the Jets offense, they got to be adamant to try to get a touchdown.
Bart, I don't even want to discuss the defense because the Jets have an elite unit there. But as Deuce just pointed out, Jets have to get better on 3rd down. They got to get better inside the 20.
And there's some tough decisions that has to be made. I want to see Izzy Abanikanda, man. I got to see that speed. It can't just be Brees. A guy like Izzy, he had a tremendous preseason, young legs. Everybody's getting hurt right now in the NFL.
Deuce, who's going to emerge as this team's 3rd and 4th weapons offensively?
A guy that I highlighted last year, EA, we were both high on, Tyler Conklin. I think you've seen it in spurts with him. Him and Zach have built up this rapport. I think they should start leaning into that a little bit more. I think Tyler Conklin should get probably 5 to 7 targets a game. I think that's the sweet number for him. He's a guy I look to in this back half to really assert himself in this offense.
Bart, the juggling along that offensive line continues.
Yeah, and that's where you have to go. Last week they worked out Lionel Collins, and hopefully Dwayne Brown can come back. But I'm not moving Mekhi Becton because we can't flip-flop because Mekhi's starting to play at a higher level. Let's just use it on the right side.
All right, outstanding job, guys. Leger, thanks so much for returning to the band for a special appearance.
I know,
everybody
man.
At home.
It's like watching Celine Dion.
Everybody at home, enjoy your bye weekend. We'll be back right here next week.